They literally don't get bigger than this. It's Cameroon versus Algeria for a place at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. This is the first leg taking place in Douala, and kickoff is at 5 o'clock on Friday the 25th of March. Oh boy, we've been waiting a long time for these two games because we went out of AFCON so early. If it wasn't for these World Cup games around the corner, it would have been a lot more depressing. But as soon as we had that group stage exit, we had the World Cup qualifying draw pretty much a few days after. So we've been gearing towards this, and it might actually work in our favour because the players have had 4 games less than Cameroon have in the last couple of months. But anyway, this is the preview for Cameroon versus Algeria. We're going to be going through everything you could possibly imagine. First of all, let's talk about the team. The players arrived in Douala today from Malibu. It's actually just a 30-minute flight. That was it. From Malibu in Equatorial Guinea to Douala in Cameroon. A very quick and easy journey, and alhamdulillah, the players have arrived safely in Cameroon for this one. And I believe the players might even be looking to leave Cameroon the same day the game finishes. They're not hanging around, not wasting any time. We're going to play Cameroon, and then it's straight back on that plane, back up to Algiers. So that is the plan for the national team, I believe. Now, there is, for the first time, there's big pressure on Belmadi. When you win a trophy, like you kind of buy yourself a lot of time, and then you go on that long unbeaten run, but then suddenly, one group stage exit and bang, the pressure's on you, and you do feel that if Algeria get beat 2 or 3-0 in Douala, it could well be game over. So let's talk about the game. Now, a lot of questions in the comments are, does the away goal rule count? Now, I've spoken to a few people, and yes, I'm aware that in the UEFA competitions, in the Champions League, in the Europa League, the away goals don't count anymore. However, I believe in CAF's federation, the away goal rule is still going to count. That's my understanding. So if Algeria were to go to Douala and score, it would be absolutely huge. So that's a potential incentive for the team. It's also an advantage that we're playing away first because we can bring them back to Blida with loads of fans at night time and just win the home game. But it's going to be interesting. What is the approach to this game? Do we shut up shop and play for a draw and then try and beat them at home, something we've never done? Or do we try and nick a goal, maybe lose 2-1 and then win 1-0 in the home game? Do we want to score in Douala? I don't think it's imperative that Algeria score in Douala. I don't think, if we come out of Douala and we haven't scored, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we could lose that game 1-0, we could draw it 0-0, and I think we'd be okay. That's my personal opinion. If we lose it 2-3-0, I think there's massive problems, because if you're 2-0 down and then you go to Blida and they score one there, you need 4. And it's going to be very, very difficult to come back from that. And also you've got to factor in, yes, it's 2 legs, but you also do have the potential of extra time and penalties in the second leg if the 2 scorelines are the same. So this one could go all the way. So what do we do then? Well, from what I've seen in the sessions, Belmadi is considering shutting up shop and parking the bus. Now, I'm going to talk to you now about what I think the rumoured predicted team's going to be. We spoke about in World Cup Daily a few of the players that might start. For me in this one, this is the team I would expect. I'd expect Rice and Bolhi in goal. I'd expect Hossein Beniada in the right back position. I'd expect Issa Mandi in the centre back position alongside Jamal Ben Lamri in the centre back position with Rami Ben Sebaini at left back. I don't think in such a game with such big magnitude, I don't think you're going to see Yusuf Atal start this one. It's going to be a very big ask. If he does start, I think it's a mistake. And I think you look at Beniada's performance in the Arab Cup, barely put a foot wrong. So this is a game he's well prepared for. And then in midfield, I think you'll see either Gudiora or Bundubka. I think you'll see at least one of them, if not both of them. I think you either see Bundubka start and Gudiora come on in the second half, or Gudiora starts and Bundubka comes on in the second half. And I think they'll be alongside Ismail Benasser. And I actually think now Sofiane Feghouli will play in front of them. But again, Fegouli's not 100% fit. He didn't play against Barcelona in the second leg. He was on the bench again in the last Turkish Super League game. So, interesting sort of team, what could come out. I think you're going to see Gudiora, Bundubka Benassa Faguli, 3 of those 4. I don't think Zarouki's going to start. I don't think Badawi's going to start. I think you're going to see a very solid midfield 3. You might see like a Zarouki in the second leg or something, but not for this one. I don't think so. We tried Zarouki here in 3 AFCON games. Well, he played, you know, 1.5 really, but it didn't really work out. And then the front 3 are going to have to be very clinical. Yes, Yusuf Belaili will play on that left-hand side because there is no one else. Yes, Riyad Mahrez will start on the right-hand side because he is the captain. And up front, you've got 3 choices. You've got Slimani, you've got Ben Yedder, and you've got Belfodil. And Slimani's actually in form. He's in form. A few goals in Portugal as of late. Assist as well. I think Big Slim, that physicality, but again, I don't think Slimani is going to play the full 90. And unless CAF have changed the rules, which I don't think they have, 5 substitutions will be allowed in this game. So it's not like you've got to be careful. You only at, I think, 3 points during the game, but we can change 5 players, I think, throughout this game, which does make it, I think that suits us more than it suits Cameroon, because firstly we can waste time, and secondly we can bring proper fresh legs on. So if you see Slim and Adeline start, I'll be surprised if they play the full 90. And you can also bring on Yusuf Artal at right back if you are maybe 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go as well. So that's my sort of thoughts on the Algeria lineup. Now in terms of who we're playing up against Cameroon, we know Anguissa is reportedly out, we know Ngamalu is out, the winger, but we don't really know what Rigobert Song's system is going to be. Belmadi's been in charge for nearly 4 years. This is going to be Song's first game. This is huge. There's a video of Samuel Eto'o giving the team a massive pep talk. Anguissa out, Ngamalu out, Onana in a car crash. Onana should still be fit to start in goal. But are they going to go for 3 at the back again like they did at AFCON, or are they going to switch to a 4? Either way, Collins Fai, that full-back position, that's got to be watched very carefully. I think Martin Hongler could play full-back, could play central midfield, could play CDM. Hongler's going to pick up some pockets. He got a few assists at AFCON. He's going to have to be man-marked, maybe put Gudiora on Hongler. And then up front, there is 2 very, very dangerous players. This might come back to haunt me, but I'm not worried about Choupo-Moting. I'm worried about Abubakar, completely smashed AFCON, top scorer by far, and Toko Ekambi as well. So, strong likelihood that Abubakar and Toko Ekambi will start this game. How do we deal with that? Are they both going to play down the middle, or is Abubakar going to play down the middle and you're going to have Ekambi on one of the wings, and maybe Choupo-Moting on one of the other wings? The problem with predicting Cameroon's setup, and this might be one of the reasons why they did change manager despite coming 3rd in their AFCON, it's because we don't know what to expect from them. And that makes the task even more difficult for Belmadi. So that's the look at the team setup. In terms of the conditions, we know the Japoma Stadium is horrendous. Now please, when you watch it, don't be fooled by how the pitch looks. It might look green and fresh. It's literally been painted green. It's been spray painted green to look like it's real. It's awful. I mean, I can't call it grass. I can't call it grass. Like, it's a potato, carrot, aubergine, courgette, whatever you want to grow on there, grow it on there, because it's utterly useless for playing football. And that may be one of the drawbacks, because the conditions in Malibu were very good. There were great pitches in Malibu. Pitches here are not good. And I hope that doesn't cost us. You know, Mahrez pinging balls, that first touchdown, every time the ball bounces, it's going to bobble somewhere else in this game. So, maybe good to put the ball in the air a bit more, particularly if you've got Slimani in the box, a few more aerial balls into the box. But the game's taking place at 5. Yes, we know the sub-Saharan countries like to play earlier in the day. We know all about the Cameroon weather from the AFCON. That's a positive of having the AFCON in Cameroon and then playing them again. We know humidity, and it might even rain. It might even rain in this game. And I mean, if there's rain on that pitch, it's going to be an absolute slog. So I hope it doesn't, or if it makes a boring 0-0, I'll be more than happy with a boring 0-0. I'll celebrate that 0-0 like we've won AFCON again. That'll be a fantastic result. So this is going to be massive. Next point, where can you watch the game? Let's think about this. beIN Sports, of course, got to be Daraji doing that one in the MENA region. That's going to be immense. And then you've got L'Equipe showing the game in France. I think you've got Mula TV, an Indonesian streaming app service. And then you've got the possibility, if it works, of FIFA putting the playoffs on their YouTube channel for free. We've seen it happen before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. We don't know what mood FIFA are in. Are they going to get copyrighted for their own bloody tournament? We're going to have to wait and see. So, you know, you can stream it or whatever. It shouldn't be too difficult to find a stream, but that's how the game is looking. Of course, it's not just us playing. There are 4 other games. So before us, we'll all be watching, I'm sure, the Congo team take on the Moroccans. Moroccans are rattled with the welcome they've got. Congo need to win against Morocco if they want any chance of getting past them, and I do think they will. For me, Congo will do it. So Congo will face Morocco at 3 o'clock, and they're going to have to win against Morocco and probably not concede, because we know what it's like when they go back to that stadium, Mohammed V Stadium, whatever it's called. Very difficult. Then we're going to play, I think there's another game the same time as us as well. The 3 other games, you've got the Ghana team hosting Nigeria. It's a new Ghana. They've got the young lad from Sporting, only 17, 18 years old. Dennis Adoy at 33, contrastingly. Afena Jan from Roma, you've got to throw him in. You know, Andre Ayew is suspended. What a time to throw in the Roma man. Nigeria without Ndidi, all of a sudden, that could go either way. You've got Tunisia and Mali. Mali again have to beat them at home if they want any chance. But with Doucouré, Bissouma, Haidara in that middle, they're just gonna control that game if they want to, especially at home. They really should in Bamako. And we've got the repeat of the AFCON final in Cairo. Egypt against Senegal. We know Hegazi won't be playing, but will Mohamed Salah be playing? He hasn't played football for a little while. He's got a little knock. Is this Carlos Queiroz mind games again? I think Salah missed the last couple of games for Liverpool. Is this mind games from Carlos again? Are Senegal going to expect Salah to be out and then he's going to pop up and work some magic? Because again, this is another team, for me, that have to win the home game if they want a chance of going through. They have to win in Cairo. It's impossible to win in Cairo, but I just think Egypt, even if they win it 1-0, that will set them up very nice. If Egypt can win that 1-0 and go to Dakar and get a draw, they've done a real job on the champions and they've got revenge on them ultimately. So that's it. That's Cameroon against Algeria. We've literally hardly beaten Cameroon ever, like ever. So don't expect miracles here. Unfortunately, we can't talk about being on an unbeaten run before. Our last game was losing 3-1 to Ivory Coast. That's a team that Cameroon beat to get to this stage of the World Cup qualifiers, and we have shot down the FIFA rankings since then. So in terms of predicting the score, I don't know, it's tough, because obviously my heart wants one thing and my head wants another thing. What I will say, what I want from this game is a result that keeps us in the tie going to Bleeder, because I think if we lose 2 or 3-0, I think we're gone. We need to lose by a goal, score a goal, or draw the game. I'd love to win the game. I can't see it happening. I'd love to win the game. I just can't see it. Stay in the tie, boys. Stay in the tie. The wait is almost over. This is it. The next video, we're going to know how Algeria have got on in their first leg. I think I'm so glad it's 2 legs. I think over 1 leg we'd go out. I think over 2 legs with the second one at home, it really does suit us a lot more. Anyway, I'm not predicting the game, but you guys can. Leave your score predictions in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Watch it with your friends, your family, because they don't trust me. I've seen these campaigns throughout the years. Doesn't come around very often. Like, it might seem normal the last few years, Algeria qualifying to a couple of World Cups. Trust me, I've seen the 02 campaign, the 06 campaign, like, horrendous. You know, before the South Africa World Cup, we hadn't been since '86. So enjoy it while we're in the mix. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.